And we're back.
What's up?
Welcome back. We got a special edition of Under Construction.
We made it.
We have made it.
We got the celebrity in the house.
We got a special guest. This man's IMDb page is much longer than mine. It's like, it's like that. Yeah. Credits for Def Comedy Jam, writers for Monique, his own stand-up comedy special, the original voice of the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, he's one of us, despite the LeBron doll. But I mean, we got.
He's a goat. He's a goat. I'm gonna He's a goat. He's a goat.
But ladies and gentlemen, we introduce the one, the only, the legendary Tone X.
Give it up. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I am glad to be in the building with you, fine gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you.
Hey man, did we do all right, man?
Let me tell you something. You went above and beyond.
All right,
first of all, it's all black.
Hey,
that's right.
So when you see that, I'm telling my wife, you know something gonna be left off. They gonna come with like, we got this and we got that, but we couldn't find the Jack Honey. Oh, okay then. But then the flip side is the black folk, they'll give you the liquor, but leave the fruit out.
Right.
And it's a balance. But listen, I'm going to salute all three of you gentlemen, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Very professional.
Thank you.
You understand. Your follow-up is incredible, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All
man.
right.
Special shout out to Rodney.
Shout out to my wife. She's my proofreader. She helps me out. It's my helpmate. The Bible say that, right? Yeah.
That's what it is, helpmate, baby. So we here. We on 1,000. I'm excited to be here.
What's up, man?
Giving y'all all these grown man angles. Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go.
All right, now.
So Braun here. I just got to say that.
Yeah.
Disclaimer for our hardcore, diehard Charlotte fans. This was not in the plans today. This is all Tone. So don't, hey man, don't come with us.
It also wasn't the plans when he came last year to drop that 50.
See, here we go.
That wasn't the plan. That wasn't
Hey man, look, he done done this so much to us. We just say,
we know him now.
He gonna get his.
Yeah.
Hey, props to Kemba Walker though for finally beating LeBron James this season. He had to go
just not with us.
Yeah. It was with another team, but he finally got.
We'll talk about that later. Why he couldn't do it with us?
Well, man.
Okay,
that's another story.
So Tone, we know that you are an influential figure in Charlotte, but elsewhere as well. We know you're a LeBron James fan. Tell us where you from.
I am from Wilmington, North Carolina, the port city.
Oh, there you go.
You get on Independence, which is 74, and you go straight until you cross that bridge,
That's
man. That bring you. You smell that salt water, bring you to the port city.
I'm from Charleston, Port City too, man.
Okay, baby. Now listen, me and you gonna have a problem because them Charleston cats swear up and down. They the real port city. No, sir. You Chucktown.
We
Chucktown. Wilmington is the real port, fam. Now, we're not going to do that today.
Charleston is the port of the Carolinas.
Man, the hell with all that. Who got the better food? Charleston or Wilmington?
Charleston.
That seafood come right off. You know that flounder was just in the water 5 minutes before it get on your plate. You know that. You know that.
You had the grand no.
I will give you this. Y'all can make the hell out them baskets.
Oh, wow.
I will get it. I bought a basket from one of the ladies on the side.
I'm leaving you alone.
With some oranges. The oranges went bad, but I still got the basket.
Give it delivered on
I got that basket. And she wove that out of palm leaf.
Next time we go to Charleston, I'm going to get you some Geechee food.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that.
Some red rice, some okra soup, all that. I'm going to get you that.
Well, we need to go down there together.
Make sure you buy all that.
Got you. Hey, I get my mom to make it. My mom live around the corner.
That's okay.
That's what's up. That's right.
All right, so we were talking about this before you got here, and to me, of all the different performing arts, I feel like comedy is the toughest because I think you got to put yourself out there more than any. I mean, if you can sing, if you can rap. But do you really know if you're funny
or not?
That's up for other people to determine. So how did you get your star? I love hearing about how comedians and comedy writers just got.
And then when did you realize you were funny?
First of all, my mother was my influence to being funny. She had a wit about her. She was quick on her feet. And I heard a lot of little phrases she would use when she was talking to her girlfriends on the phone. And I would incorporate all of that with what I do. Class clown syndrome.
Yeah,
gotcha. My mother worked for the Board of Education. She was the transportation supervisor.
Oh wow!
For New Hanover County, which is where Wilmington is, which means she was in charge of all the school buses.
Right.
So yes, I drove a school bus.
Really?
Everybody, yes, sir. Everybody in my family drove a school bus. Not only did I drive a school bus, but my mother suspended me. My mother suspended me because I violated a policy. And she was like, listen. At the crib, she was like, listen, it ain't no way I can let you slide.
Right.
Because everybody else, and you my son.
Yeah.
So you got to get this.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? But she was like, listen, you suspended, but you can still drive. I'm just
You still gonna work.
right. You my son. I'm going to pull strings to get you paid while you're suspended. And so I would have to pay. I was forced to pay attention in school.
Okay.
I was forced to make a good grade. Single, black mama household. My parents got divorced when I was 17 months old. My father was still in the city. He was on another side of town. And it was 2 different blocks of instruction. My father was military, loved cars. He taught me game, women, and cars.
All right.
And hustling. My dad was the kind of father who make $5,000 Monday, go gamble it away Monday night,
And get it back.
and then come home and tell me and my mama, hey, I don't know why y'all looking like that. I lost the money. But if I gambled, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
We got another special guest.
Hey, jump right up there, dude.
Hey, look at Dr. Doolittle.
Right. You see, all I did was pour the bowl. We understand.
Nah, baby.
We understand. And so my dad would be like, if I made it on Monday, I can make it again Wednesday. So that was the hustle mentality.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mom gave me everything else.
Okay.
And so the balance was good. And my mother's thing was, you're going to make these good grades. You're going to pay attention in school because it's going to be your platform to do better. Wow. And my mom kept me in everything. I was in karate, was in a tournament one day with a Caucasian female. And the Caucasian female kicked me in my chest.
Ooh.
And single black mama had a pair of pants. My karate outfit didn't fit. But my mama put them big ass safety pins in the side. And when this girl kicked me, the safety pin opened up. So I couldn't, excuse me, I couldn't deflect, and use my karate. All right. I had to bend down and pull my pants up. Wow. So I'm fighting with one hand holding my pants up and one hand deflecting and kicking.
Right.
Long story short, I lost. That Caucasian girl whipped my ass because my mama put a safety pin in my karate pants. But my mama consoled me so good after the tournament. She made me feel like I won.
Right.
You understand me? And so going to class, finishing your work fast. I was one of them kids who thought if you finish your work first, you got some kind of accolade.
Right.
Yeah,
now at 52, I'll be telling my son, boy, take your time.
Take it, get it right.
All right. You want to measure it twice and cut it once.
Right. Yeah.
Your dad was measuring it once and cutting it 2, 3, 4 times. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And so when I would sit in the class, I would become bored. So I would make noises in class. I would do sound effects. That's how it all started. So I would be like on your radio. Or so the teacher would be like, who doing that?
Right.
And I would hold my head down. And nobody in the class would be like, Tone doing that, because they know my mama worked downstairs. So she'd be like, who's doing that? And I until she turned up and caught me. And she said, I'm going to send you to your mama's office, which was, you sending me to my mama. So I'm going to go down there and tell her I was beatboxing, and my mama going to write me a note for next period.
Yep.
So the comedy started from that. Going into the military, cat saying you funny. You funny.
Right.
You funny, man. You should try comedy. Getting out the military, coming to Charlotte, going to the Comedy Zone. Shouts out to my man Nate Smith, who's running with Kevin Hart right now. Nate gave me a chance. I went on stage. It stuck. I said, oh, man, this is something.
What was the breakthrough?
The breakthrough was when Nate said, listen, Nate Quick, rest in peace.
Nate Quick, yeah.
That's my man, because we both
got
them we both got them Wilmington ties. His father
OG,
had an auto body shop right across from Hillcrest on Dawson Street. This is Wilmington talk. And I would go down with Nate, visit his dad, and his aunt stayed next door to my father.
Wow.
In Wilmington. Never knew that
Wow.
until I took him to Wilmington. So it was ties there with the real port city. And so I would
Secondary.
I had to get that in. You see, I had to get that in. And so he was like, listen, Nate hosted on Tuesday. And it was like once a month. And he was like, why don't you and Nate co-host? And so we did. And then Nate gave it to me. And it turned into Freaky Tuesday. One of the, if not the most successful urban comedy night in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there on Tuesday night on Independence, man. That's how I got close with my man Anthony Mason. That's how I got, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
That's how I got close with Mason. And that was my man. You know what I mean? Dame, A, that whole team. And so from that, I said, let me do this.
Okay.
Got in with Walter Latham. He was having something. Do you remember Zima Clear Malt? I'm going to take you back. Zima Clear Malt. It was a clear malt liquor.
Oh, yeah. Zima. Oh, yeah.
Zima.
Yeah.
They had a amateur search going on. Well, I won it.
Oh, really?
Won it here in Charlotte. And that springboarded the opportunity to open up for the Kings of Comedy.
Oh.
Open up for the Kings of Comedy. Charlotte Coliseum. Nate bought me out.
Yeah.
Now classic comedy movie.
Killed it.
Yep. Wow, I didn't know that.
So I was on tour with them. Steve Harvey.
Oh man.
Bernie Mac. D.L. Hughley.
I got to cut you off, man. How was it like being around them on a daily basis?
I can't imagine.
I know it was right.
And seriously, man, was there any productive conversations amongst y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like being around them, like
Steve Harvey used to tell me, I know Walter ain't paying your shit. I know you ain't getting no money, but you're out here trying to work. And shouts out to my man Walter Latham, man, for that opportunity.
Oh yeah.
All right. Bernie Mac was the one.
Rest in peace, Bernie, legend.
Bernie Mac, I would go in his suite after the shows, and he had a chef, and it was always whiting, a fish, brown rice, and Bernie would sit down and talk. And he wouldn't necessarily talk to you about how to be a better comedian. He would incorporate that, but he would talk to you about how to be a better person, how to be a better man, how to be a better husband.
Wow.
These are the things.
The mentorship thing.
Very much so.
Yeah. Right.
And I appreciate those talks, man, because only him and I know those talks.
Right.
And for me to even be able to sit here and tell you
something you can hold
factually
right.
that I could talk to Bernie, and I used to go in his suite, and that's a big deal. And so he was very influential.
Okay.
So much to the point, I remember being on a private plane. We were going from Boston to Minneapolis, I think. That's where I met Kevin Garnett.
Oh, KG.
At the Target Center.
Target Center.
And when he came, he had these diamond earrings in his ear. And I said, God damn! Like, God damn, Kev! Jeez.
Was this back when everybody was
this was young Kev, baby. Baby. This was out there looking like Malcolm. Yeah. When he walking across the street with Spike Lee, remember with the zoot suits on? With the walk and everything, got the arms swinging. He doing it, baby.
What? You can tell by where I walk, I ain't from around here.
Come on. Steve got 10 buttons in his blazer.
KG Carolina boy as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
South Cac, baby, South Cac. So when I used to do that and he would talk to me, man, and I took that right there and I ran with it. And I had the privilege of being with some experienced comedians coming out the gate early. My first show was with D.L. Hughley.
Right.
Wow.
In Winston-Salem. Me and D.L. still talk. Good brother.
Yeah.
I met him at, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. He came to Comedy Zone maybe 2-3 years ago. Not Comedy Zone, over at NC Music Factory.
Yeah.
So it was my wife's birthday, and so I bought the VIP ticket. So we got to meet him, hang out with him a little bit after his set, and I mean, just the coolest. Smoke some real nice cigars.
Very good cigars.
It smells so good. I was like, man, what you smoking?
I come in the green room and mess all that fine, high quality cigar mess up. Because what I got in my pocket is, okay, right? Okay,
Yellow.
What I roll it up in cost me 99 cents. So I don't know about that high quality. Shouts out to my man Preston. Shouts out to my man Preston. I'm the brand ambassador.
Preston Miles?
No. You know Preston Miles?
I know Preston Miles, man.
No, Preston with the cigars. Baby. Preston Gray.
Preston Gray.
Oh,
okay.
Preston
In the
Gray.
Epic Center.
Yeah.
You know? I'm the ambassador of that, and he put me on to that Psycho cigar.
Question for you. How'd you meet Monique?
Woo! You talking over 25 years. Met Monique,
Wow.
used to go to Baltimore and do her comedy club, Monique's. I remember the time I went, there wasn't no lights in the room. She was like, bring young light bulbs. If you want some lights. And met her there, kicked it off, would come back. Then me and her would bump into each other on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And this was when we would drive. I drove from Wilmington to Miami for $50
Wow.
in a black and gold Jeep Cherokee Limited. 14 hours for $50, man. And so that's how I met her. And come to find out,
Wait, let me. It cost $50 to get there. How much they pay you for your set?
$50.
$50.
That's what I was going to get.
Wow.
I was going to get $50, man. And at the time, $50 was like $50,000.
Because it was about more than that, right?
It was the
Right.
point, man, of being able to go and tell these jokes,
Right.
and people seeing me, and then people paying me to do it. $50. Oh, it's
paying
a
me
big
to
deal. I'm
do
calling
it?
my mom after the show. I got $50. I got $75. That's a big deal because you love what you do.
Yeah.
It don't matter what the money is.
We
Absolutely.
know all about loving what you do.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It don't matter what the money is.
We know all about
You
it.
love what you do, and that built a friendship, and we kept it going. When my contract didn't get renewed at PEG, that was in 2009.
2009. Okay.
I got the call the next week to come to Atlanta and be a writer and be talent on the Monique shows.
Wow, that's incredible. Talk about a come up.
That.
Yeah, right.
That only lasted for 2 seasons. We're not going to talk about that. It should still be going on.
Yeah.
It happened though. Man. I gotta ask you about.
And then we
this.
branched off from there. And I got to tell you this.
What's up?
Monique's husband, Sydney, and my wife are first cousins.
Nice.
Wow.
He seems like a good brother. I heard him talk. He seems like a real good brother.
Listen, man. Listen.
So
The beauty is everybody is an individual. And the minute we start letting people be an individual and stop wanting everybody to think like us and do what we want them to do, boy, we'll be good.
no doubt.
Yeah.
You understand?
No doubt,
We'll be
sir.
good, man. So Sydney's a good brother.
I gotta ask you about your time at WPEG, man.
Oh!
Look, man, we keeping it real OG Charlotte today, man. I got
Yeah, that's how I know
You got the
Tone
East
X.
Lamar on,
Yeah.
baby.
East Lamar shirt on, man. We
Okay.
got Tone X in the building,
Okay.
man. And I'm not saying this just because you're here. I talked to the guys before you got here. I feel like you are a staple in this Charlotte community. You
Wow.
say Tone X, everybody
know, yeah.
who is black in Charlotte knows who Tone X
Man,
is.
their ears perk up, man.
Their ears perk
Tone
up.
X.
So with that being said, please describe your time from start to finish at WPG. Did you officially feel like, man, I am a Charlottean? Was that the moment that you felt like that?
I was not going to come to Power 98.
Interesting.
I didn't want to do that. I wanted to concentrate on comedy, the Comedy Zone, and then that would be Tuesday nights. And on Wednesday nights, I would go and host the Comedy Zone in Greensboro.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how me and my wife came into play, but that's later on. Because she tried to sweep and down. I tried to put my D on her back, and but that's later on. That's later on.
Well, we all done that before.
That's later on.
I'm
All right?
Yeah.
Right, that's later on.
Who hasn't done that?
So, I wasn't going to come to Power 98. I didn't want to do radio. And BJ Murphy
Oh, DJ
DJ
Murphy.
Murphy.
Yep.
talked to me one night in the parking lot off of Sharon Avenue. He say, man, listen, if you come to Charlotte, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of opportunity here for you with what you're doing. And blase, blase. And I bought it. And the biggest thing was, I'm a mama's boy. A 52-year-old mama's boy. My mom is transitioned. It's
I know the
12
feeling.
years ago, 13 years ago. It feels like 13 hours ago.
Yeah.
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 So I didn't want to leave my mom to come to Charlotte. And so I came up, and the angle's always the number one draft pick, the people's champ. And that's the angle I took. I stayed on the east side. That's why you got that Eastland Mall shirt on. I'm like, man,
come on, you know.
I stayed in Eastland Mall, man. And so Power 98 was a platform for me to introduce myself to Charlotte, build on what I was doing in comedy at the Comedy Zone. And I've been running with the Comedy Zone since 95. Hef, Joel, all of those cats. So it was a beautiful thing because it introduced me to the people. And we grew together. And when I came back and got on V, a lot of those people that grew up with me and we got older, we got married, we became parents, we picked it up right where we left off. So I felt official here in Charlotte. And I would always say I carry the port city on my back, and there's so many people from Wilmington that moved. The 3 places we moved from Wilmington is Greensboro, Raleigh, and Charlotte. We coming. So it's a lot of people in Charlotte from Wilmington. So I still got that love here. And then I love people, period. It's energy. We are all connected. So they made me feel like I was a part of the community. I was a part of the city. So I took that and ran with it.
Yeah, because I mean, we all grew up listening to WPG. Right, that's how I know Tone X, the voice. You know, it's
no limit Larry.
Right? Who doesn't know who BJ Murphy? And come on now.
Yeah,
man.
Nate Quick. Yeah.
Question for you: in your opinion, why do you think it's important for African Americans to have a voice in media?
First of all, I'm gonna say this. I don't want anybody to get offended, but some people will.
Oh, we don't mind offending people.
Trust me,
we don't step on so many toes, man. It is what it is.
Please, by all means,
it's your safe space.
I'm in the right place. This is no judgment zone.
Yeah, no,
we ain't judging. You ain't on trial.
Right.
I'm black. That African American, that's cute. But I'm a black man. Okay, and black is a different angle.
Yeah.
It's a different mentality. Okay, often standoffish and standalone-ish.
Yeah.
African American is inclusive. But what are we really inclusive of? Now, Malcolm told you, just because you got a plate at the table and you can sit there, that don't mean you a diner. And if you sit at the table and it ain't nothing on your plate and everybody else is eating, how could you call yourself a diner? So I'm black. I'm a black man. And the reason why black voices is so important in media, didn't you just see the Gayle King, Lisa Leslie interview?
Yeah.
That's the difference between African American journalistic questions and integrity and a black man. A black man would tap into the energy of the ancestors and know better than to even try and utilize this platform to bring up a past. When someone has transitioned. Death is so funny in this country. Black people don't even have a full grasp of death. I call it the illusion of inclusion. Your reality is your illusion. This does not last. This is all temporary. You're in a Halloween costume. But a lot of us think that we're going to be here forever and ever. Amen. There comes a time when you take up the mask of empathy and put down the ego mask. See, in my most humble opinion, an opinion is one of the weakest forms of discipline because it takes no understanding, no research, and no validity.
Right.
It's an opinion. That's why we say opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. To me, the highest form of discipline is empathy. Because empathy makes you shed the ego and put on someone else's shoes and change your vision. If Miss Gayle King would have put on the mask of empathy, she would have never been led to even ask the question, because words are vibrations and they carry a frequency. And she would have known that when you drop a pebble in a lake, no matter how small, there's a ripple effect.
I got a 2-part question.
Nothing comes back into existence until the ripple effect stops. The problem with us is we don't know how far the ripple effect reaches.
Church. Y'all didn't know y'all was getting church under construction.
Sunday, did you? The doors of church are open. But I do have a follow-up. I do have a follow-up 2-part question for you. What do you say to the people who say, well, Gayle King was just asking the question? That's the first part. Second part of my question is, was Snoop Dogg's response appropriate, for the lack of a better term?
Let's go to Snoop first.
All right.
Okay.
Again, I'm a black man. Mm-hmm. Would I call my wife a bitch?
No.
Would I call her friends bitches?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't call my mama that.
I hope not.
If you don't utilize a certain energy, you never have to worry about it.
Right?
Right?
Yep.
I don't agree with the verbiage. I do understand the energy.
Sentiment.
The energy.
I do understand the energy. I don't know Kobe like Snoop know Kobe, but I was on the radio barely getting through a break on the V5. Tab, the $1 Million DJ, had to take lead on the break because I couldn't see, because my eyes was watering up.
Oh, we
This is 4 days after Kobe. It still ain't really sitting
Yeah,
it ain't really
where I needed to sit right now.
Right.
I'll never get used to seeing R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah,
It ain't sitting right. So you got to take all of that in consideration. You got to. As a journalist, that's one of the things you do. Sit down in front of somebody and automatically transport yourself into their shell, and then proceed to ask your questions. Right. My nephew Bill Bellamy, he dropped an Instagram video, talked about when he interviewed Tupac, Prince, Michael Jackson, saying he could have asked whatever, but no, I'm going to use this opportunity. And Snoop didn't have to call a dog head bitch. Okay, he ain't had to do it, especially with that scarf on. Okay, now I say Snoop, if you gonna call her that,
look a little more gangster.
Put an NWA cap on. Put a fuck the police T-shirt on. But I don't know if I
can. Ice Cube teach you nothing.
Boy, you got the same scarf as my wife try to sneak in the bed with, looking like 12 years a slave. I be like, if you don't take that unsexy Rosa Parks shit off. But I understand it though. I understand it, and the narrative of media has to be changed. Okay, and when people become uncomfortable, they pay attention.
Yeah.
See, now I don't know if you heard Miss Oprah when she did the interview. I ain't seen Oprah voice crack like that since The Color Purple. But then I heard her get on that white chalk. Remember Billie Jean video?
Yep.
When Mike would walk and it would light up?
Yeah.
Oprah started lighting them sidewalks up. After Oprah said all of that, while Gayle couldn't sleep, she getting deaf, all of that. She said, but I could see how you could have a problem
with that.
You know what that is? That is, hey Gayle,
you messing on my money.
I got one foot in the life raft with you, but I got that other foot in that water.
Yep.
And I ease up out of here like a Navy SEAL. And you won't even know, mama, you messing up the bag. I can't even put you on the next 5 cities of this 2020 tour. Take our ass off them flyers.
Right.
We can't go to Houston with on them flyers now. We can't do that.
Can't go to LA either.
We can't take off. This thing got to settle down.
That's how billionaires stay billionaires.
And I always say, never feel sorry for a millionaire. But in this case, if Miss King was to come with a genuine apology to Vanessa, Kobe, and the Bryant family, we would resist, decease. We'd step down.
Right.
Because, sister, we know you're black. And you think we don't know what you're going through. You know CBS giving you that money.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's probably oftentimes in the interview where you want to say what Gayle King want to say, but you know what that would mean. So see, at the same time, you think we're against you. And some kind of crazy ass black ninja mentality, we with you.
Yeah.
We just want to see, are you with us?
Right.
Now, if you with us,
be authentic.
Drop that apology. And don't worry about what CBS do.
So let me backtrack. I got a question for you.
Go ahead, nephew.
In today's world, it's very PC. How do you formulate your stand up, or
how you navigate
the whole plane?
My wife's sitting right over there. She can tell you if I'm lying, I'm flying. First of all, that X on the end of my name means something. That's not a stage name. Okay, so that lets you know where I'm coming from. In case you don't, Malcolm is still my hero. See, and I'll say that to anybody.
Y'all gotta check out that documentary, by the way,
on Netflix.
I saw some.
Who Killed Malcolm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Malcolm is still my hero. I remember telling my mother when I would see Malcolm speak, I would tell my mom, "Hey, who is that?" And my mom would say, "That's Malcolm X." And I would say, "Man, I like to be like that." And I don't know what happened from that little boy to a 52-year-old man, but I still want to be like that. And in 2020, you need
to be like that.
To be like that. And so the thing is, we have to learn how to speak our truth and be okay with it. Comedy is the last lifeline for black people.
I'm glad you said that.
It's like the barbershop. Why you go to the barbershop? Yeah, you go to get a haircut, but you go so you can say what you want to say, the way you want to say it, and it's a no judgment
It's a
zone.
safe place.
No judgment zone.
Like me and my wife do Grown Man Conversations every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on Instagram Live and Facebook. It's a no judgment zone. We ain't judging. You ain't on trial. Speak your truth, even if it makes your voice shake. That's why I ride with Monique. No matter what you think about her personally, and half the people with a personal opinion don't know her. They know of her.
Right.
But she stands on it, though.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that.
And if a cat will stand on it, no matter what the status quo, if they stand on it, that's noble.
Yeah.
But we don't see it as that. So the way you deflect that is, listen, I'm going to go on stage and I'm going to speak my truth because I've been doing it for 25 years. And that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
And at the end of the night, you come up to my merchandise table to get you some socks. You feel a certain way, let me know. But it's all good, though, because I ain't going to switch up for you.
Right.
You, a kid with an X on his name going to switch up for you?
Right, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
That ain't happening.
You tell Malcolm to go up on stage and say, but tonight, don't talk about Trump. What?
Good luck.
No, we talking about it.
Yeah.
And if that mean, well, you can't come back here.
So,
But my son ain't gonna look at me and be like, well, Dad, why you ain't say what you be saying around the house when you went so-and-so? We not doing that. We not doing that. Because I got to answer to them.
Right.
That's just like Tone. You gonna ever wear a dress?
no.
Say it again.
Hell no.
Thank you.
And that's the truth. That's the truth from Tone X, y'all. Wow.
So let me ask you a question. So, who are some of the young comedians that are up and coming that you're interested in and you like?
Carlos Miller.
That's my dude, 85
Carlos
South Show.
Miller,
Man.
yep.
Told my nephew when I first saw him, he was in the parking lot. I said, boy, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be a beast. And he is. Chico Bean.
Chico.
DC Young Fly.
Young
Just
Fly.
hilarious. Man, I could go on with young comedians because I look at what they do and I see the fire. And I know a lot of people try to categorize comedians now. They're YouTube sensations. Listen, it doesn't matter what kind of sensation it is. To some people, Donald Trump is a sensation. Who am I to say you wrong? We don't give a damn if they're a YouTube sensation.
In a way, it kind of is. You know.
What? Right.
Right, yeah.
Okay. How about that? What are they on stage? Try to better their craft every time they hit the stage. That's all I ask, and that's what I look for. So it's a lot because I know a lot of people are going to hear this, and I don't want them to be like, "Well, Tone, only look at who he named, and he didn't name nobody from Charlotte." Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because there's talent everywhere. I just don't have a list prepared.
Gotcha.
And those were some of the ones that came to mind. But hell, Coco Fresh, Dave Martin.
Shout out to Courtney. That's my girl.
You know Courtney?
Man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Courtney over there reading tarot cards. I say, now listen.
Yeah.
Now Courtney, you gonna pick a side. Now you gonna tell jokes, or goddamn, you gonna do this witchcraft. Now,
you gonna dance or you gonna tell jokes?
Which one you gonna do?
Courtney? I love her, man.
That's like a stripper with Bible verses on her ass. Cover them tattoos up.
I do like from Charlotte. I like Ryan Davis too.
Shout out to Coco first.
Now, listen, this is what you need to know. I do
know
Laugh It
Ryan
Up
Davis.
Thursdays every first Thursday of the month at Stat. Shout out Lou, Tasha, and Ryan Davis came out Thursday night. I had Dave Martin, and Ryan came through, man. Did some time, and the words that he said from the stage about me was incredible.
What's up, man?
Was incredible, man. So salute to Ryan Davis. And I was telling cats a long time about Ryan.
I remember seeing him at the Comedy Zone before he blew up off the Facebook.
He's doing it, man.
Where you say you saw him at?
The Comedy Zone.
The Comedy Zone. Mm-hmm. It's funny you say that because he said on stage, a lot of cats wouldn't give me an opportunity. And they'd say he funny, but they wouldn't put me up on nothing. First page show I got. So my uncle put me up, and not from the Comedy Zone. It was Tone X doing it at the Comedy Zone.
What's up, man?
And I got love for all these cats, man. I got love for all these cats. I'm 52 years old. I got a lot of money left to make.
That's right.
I know
That's right.
I know that's right.
But my whole thing is collaboration over competition. If we could get that, Dr. Umar Johnson said, the moment the black community mindset go from I to we win in 24 hours.
Man, listen.
So talk about your Showtime special.
Oh! Oh! Boy, I was hoping somebody would ask about that. Shouts out to Monique. Had the pleasure of being a part
Man,
of it.
congratulations on that.
Hey, man, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That's big.
That's a big one, man.
Bron was there watching it. Bron was there watching it. Bron was there watching it, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's what means you're going to fall out today.
Tone, turn around. We'll see what the headline look like.
Oh,
Yeah, you got jokes too.
You like,
That was cute. I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him. I'm going to turn around so you can see it, but we want you to pull that panther cap off. So we can see what you hiding under there. All right, there you go. I see it.
I'm turn away from the camera. Like,
Got that over there with that Fred Hammond hairline. Never would have made it. Here we go. Right here. I know that's Marvin Sapp. Listen, I don't confuse the gospel artists. And the people say, the Showtime special, dream come true, man.
yeah, man.
Telling my kids your daddy on Showtime. That's a big deal. Go tell them Monday that your daddy did a Showtime special. Saw the little Caucasian kids in your class. And then look at them and say, your dad ever did a Showtime special? All right, then. Establish yourself in that classroom. But it was a beautiful thing. The lineup was incredible. Prince T-Dub, Just Niche, Corey B, Donnell Rollins, Ashley Special, me and Donnell Rollins, Joe Chappelle.
David.
Is this Drink Champs with Noriega?
Drink champs,
Nah, this ain't Drink Champs, because I heard that story Diddy told after he got drunk. I'm not telling one of them, Yolanda. Trust
I remember
me.
that one, yeah.
I don't have one of them, dude.
Disclaimer, nobody got a Diddy story over here.
We don't have no
we'll
Diddy
do
story,
that.
but I love Diddy, though, because I was on Bad Boys of Comedy.
Take that.
No, sir. I won't take it. I will not take it. So,
Absolutely.
I will not take it. So, the special went down in Atlanta. We taped it in October. Shouts out to Showtime. Okay. They put it up, man. And, of course, a lot of people are like, she ain't go to she talked that shit about Netflix. I guess they gave her the bag. Or whoop the whoop the whoop. This is what you should guess they gave her. Her own opportunity and platform.
It's chestnut.
And it don't matter how many blacks, because I heard, they got a lot of black female comedians on Netflix. I guess Monique missed the boat. It don't matter how many black female comedians on Netflix. Everything ain't for everybody. Right. Some of y'all in relationships, and you just trying to stay married for the sake of staying married, but it ain't working. You see? And you miserable. let's take that analogy and apply it to show business. Everything ain't for everybody, and it don't work. You don't have to have a relationship with everybody, especially from the outside in. It's supposed to look solid, but from the inside out, it's no foundation. Nephew, you ever walked in somebody's house and your feet hit the ground? Mm-hmm. No, because it's foundation on that house. If you open somebody's house and your feet hit the dirt, there's a problem.
Run.
Everything has to be on a foundation. If your foundation is integrity, that's what you build your house on. And integrity doesn't work with everybody.
Right.
Trust me, you see it. We all trying to get the bag.
All the time.
My thing is, well, when you get it, what you going to do with it?
That's right.
Because I'm like the minister. All that jewelry, that Benz, that big-ass house in that gated community, and you come back to the hood flossing. You just a dressed-up nigga on the plantation.
Man.
Woo! You see? We all don't.
Church.
We all don't. We all
Wait,
don't.
time out. We got some church organization.
We all don't do that. We all don't.
Oh, what's happening?
We all don't become successful
It's
until
happening.
everybody is successful. Right? You know that. Muslims, we don't have no goddamn organs. Okay, now I'm not gonna let you disrespect the mosque like that. He got a damn pipe. Listen,
I don't want
he
no
got
smoke with the nation.
he got a right because I make that phone call. He got a pipe. He got a pipe organ. And I'm over here talking about the mosque. You was better off putting on Busta Rhymes Arab money. I'm getting Arab money. You was better off doing that.
I don't want no smoke, man.
And shouts out to my man Stax, Steven Jackson, and Matt Barnes.
No doubt.
All the smoke.
Yeah.
All smoke.
They want all the smoke.
It's a real dude.
They want all the smoke. But yeah, man.
Steve Jackson, real cool dude.
That's very cool.
Yeah, real cool.
One of my
I would
favorite
like to
cats
one day
when he
talk to
played
him
in
about
Showtime.
a certain shot
A
that he
certain shot
took
that he
during the
took.
2009
We ain't gonna-
playoffs,
yeah,
but
yeah,
we won't talk
don't
about
do
that.
Don't let that slide.
Don't
But,
do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Don't do
We
that.
still love him,
do
you know.
that,
But
That's my man now.
Probably, if when he shot that, he was thinking about all the smoke.
All I can
When he
see is when he went up in them stands with Ron Artest.
I love that moment. I love that moment.
When I saw that, I told Yolanda, that's my man.
that's my dog.
That's my man right
Okay,
there.
speaking of Yolanda, how did you meet your beautiful wife?
I was in the Comedy Zone on Independence.
So the jokes do get the women.
A female
That's
all the
it.
time. Because a cat told you're not.
So she be at every show.
Hold on a minute. Let me establish some ground rules.
Okay.
A camera can't talk.
I'm behind the scenes.
Keyword behind.
Behind the scenes.
We in front of the scene.
Miss Yolanda, you want to come join us?
Don't you do that.
Sorry, my bad, brother.
Would they ask Betty? Did she want to join Malcolm when he doing the interview?
Okay, all right.
You got a point.
Fair
You got
enough.
a point.
Fair enough.
Your light could never go dim. You're the closest thing I got on the face of the earth to God.
Oh.
So how could your light go
Wow.
dim? If anybody got any problem with dimming your light, it would be off some foolishness that I did.
Wow.
Hey, write that down for me. I need to
Hey, yeah.
That's
So
you
allow-
gotta
I
get
wish
some good game,
those
man.
of y'all listening. Now, I wish y'all could have seen that. That's
Game and to be
yeah.
sold,
Yeah,
not
man.
told. I just gave y'all about $500,000 for free on me.
We're going to wind this back.
Look, what the pimp say? All females need instruction. You got 23 years together, but she still get that instruction, and she appreciate it. Now, I heard Betty, and this is random. A lot of times I say random because I watch them URL rap battles. And I say random, then I say something. I do it in the house. You want to be like, I don't understand it. Random. I was watching Who Killed Malcolm X, and I remember when Betty said, I got on the floor with my kids because they got on the floor, and I heard a shriek from the front, and I knew somebody had shot my husband. But I heard Betty say, Malcolm was everything to me and my daughters. I told my wife, let me do what I need to do so at that time, whenever it comes, you can say that same thing.
What's up?
Tone X meant everything to me and my boys. Random. but I just had to say that.
Amen.
Hey man, that was needed.
Now go back to the energy. I met her at the Comedy Zone. There was a pair of brown suede boots with some brown tight pants. And you don't need to add nothing to it. I'm gonna give you all your accolades. And a brown sweater. And I was coming to the bathroom. And I followed her. And I said, I'm gonna stand here till she come out. And I'm gonna say something. So when I followed her, I was like, yo, you saw that female that come in? I was like, who was that? My nephew was like, that's Yogi. And I was like, what'd she do? They was like, she liked money. This how it went down. I said, oh, okay, cool, but what'd she do? They said she liked that money. Think she do hair. I said, all right. So when she came back out, I said, excuse me, whoop, the whoop, the whoop. What club you dance at? She right there, so if I'm lying, I'm flying. She said, I don't dance at no club, I do hair. I said, yeah, by day, you do hair, but where you dance at night? I'm just coming because I want to see you. She said, I ain't no stripper. I said, yeah, okay now. Anthony Mason was sitting in the back where he always sit. I wrote a note on a piece of paper, gave it to Mason. I said, Mason, you see this female over there, whoop de whoop. Give this note to her. Note was like, bring your ass to the back, cut through the kitchen, come to my truck.
It said meet
after the show.
Bring your ass.
Well, baby,
you gotta put a little extra on the story.
The Jack Honey say,
yeah.
Jack Honey say,
bring your ass. Smart Water would have been like, meet me.
Meet me.
That Jack Honey say, bring your bow-legged ass back here. So I said to myself, if she come to this truck, it's over. If she come to this truck, it's over. If she don't, okay. I turned around, she was like, she had the note. And she still like, all right, I got the note. Now what? I say, boy, your ass is in trouble. The worst thing ever to happen to you is coming through this goddamn kitchen door. Boy, you looking at pimpology right here. I'm Glenn Hoover Belsa's son. You don't understand what's getting. Let me blow some of this salt water on you from the port city so you can see what's going on.
Secondary port city.
23 years later.
And 2 children later.
She's still over there.
That's what's up, man.
Okay? Now, if you want to go and get the bag and you don't want to share it, leave the bag alone.
That's right.
Boy, I'm 52. All of them commercials that I used to laugh at my mama because she listened to them, Colonial Pen. If you're 50 or older, so I used to be like, Mama, boy, ain't nobody worried about that. Now they come on, I'm taking the 800 number down. Huh? I'm taking the 800 number down. I'm about to pay you that $17 a month.
That's right.
Because when my mom passed, I seen Colonial Pen come through with the check, like they said on the commercials. So I'm 52. I'm 2 years to the good with Colonial Pen. Let me go ahead and give y'all this $17.83 a month. Okay? Because I ain't trying to leave my family effed up. If my wife, while she with me, say Tone X was the best thing to me and my boys, you got to say that same shit when I'm in the box.
That's right.
Yeah,
You can't change the story.
No.
It is.
You can't change the story. So that's how we met. Next night, I asked her, I said, hey, you want to go to Greensboro with me the next night? Yeah, I'll go. Went up there, a table, we were sitting on the chair, she was sitting down. I was behind her just talking to her nephew. She swore up and down that I put my shit on her.
You put a stick on my back.
But since we're talking about that, then let me go ahead and get me some quick followers on Instagram at Tone X Comedy. She thought I didn't have no dick.
I did.
What?
So once I put that goddamn turkey leg on her backbone, she called her mom and say, listen, I know I'm a Jehovah's Witness, but I'm about to be Muslim. I'm about to go from knocking on doors to about, do you know the truth, to slinging these bean pies Because he done bought the force of Allah on my lower back region.
Welcome to Under Construction After Dark.
Her ass knew she was about to be under construction too.
Oh man.
She knew she was about to be after she saw that high rocket crane. She was like, all right.
This show has taken a turn I never expected. That's awesome.
It's all love though, man. And we still here. And we still here. She won't let me have a threesome, but we still here.
My wife won't let me have one either. So
You know,
Have it with a midget.
that's the bullshit. No, that's the bullshit. That's
You
why I
have to
didn't-
take what you can get.
No, you,
know
can't,
what I'm
no, you
saying?
don't. Listen, I'm a black man. We've been taking what the hell we could get
That's
since
true.
we got
That's
here.
true.
I want some shit that I want.
That's true.
I'm 52 years old. I have been diligent working. I have provided for years. Can I get me a threesome? Now here go the bullshit. She got all these rules and regulations about the threesome. This is what she told me. You could have one. Number one, she can't look better than me.
Okay, that's fair.
Number two, she can't have a better body than me. And number three, she got to be a little person. And, right. She got to be a little person, and she can't do nothing to you. You know, like no extra shit to you. So after I looked at them rules, I said, "Hey, let me get this goddamn smartphone and go right back to Pornhub." So I can goddamn pick and choose what the hell blonde midgets with sunglasses, goddamn. This one. Pull that up. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. We just getting started, nephew. Nephew, we just getting started. My wife know too. We just getting started. We just getting started. But I want to reiterate this point while I'm here. I want to thank y'all.
Nah, man. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Let me say it though.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, man. You got the floor, bro.
Let me say it, man. Let me say it, man. Thank you, man, for bringing your uncle in and let me be a part of what y'all do. As I sit back and analyze hindsight, which is 2020, I've seen that logo. I've paid attention to you before you sent me anything, nephew. I paid attention to you, and I forget what you was talking about, but I paid attention to it. And me giving it that energy puts it in the universe. If you want something to happen, you just move with intention.
That's
and
right.
with you falling up with my wife and me being on here, and I'm going to say this. I don't know how y'all guests do when they get here, but let me go ahead and say this real quick, nephew. I'm coming back.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For
No, you
sure.
gotta
I am coming back because when Broad get in that goddamn Western Conference final,
Oh, boy.
and lose to Kawhi.
I'm coming. All right, Yolanda, get that shit. This is where it's over. Because they don't understand hospitality. They don't understand it. They done let me drive the goddamn drive simulator game. They gonna say something like that? I thought I was family over here.
So let me ask you a question. So on March 14th, you got the State of Black Charlotte going on.
That's going to be big.
So how did that event come about? And can you go into detail about it as well?
The same way this event came about. Been a fan of Rizza Islam for a long time. Young cat out of Compton. I'm a fan of anyone who can speak truth to power and sleep well at night.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I told Yolanda, I'm going to meet that kid. That's what I told her. 2 months later, you get a phone call. Want you to be a part of Black Charlotte. Now, I done seen the flyer because I told Yolanda, hey, I'm going to that. And she was like, well, I said, boy, Rizza Islam coming. What I just tell you about, I said, boy, this right here, I get to meet him.
Yeah.
Get the call. Hey, Tony, I want you to host. What?
Wow.
Wow.
That's what the universe do.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it because I've been saying this for years. Charlotte, the city, grows faster than the mentality of the people.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Speaking of
Man.
Charlotte is in
boy.
2020, the
Boy.
people in 99,
Oh, my God.
98.
It's the realest shit I ever
I
spoke.
swear. Damn, yo.
Queen Charlotte is black. But y'all really don't get that.
Man.
You go to the Spectrum Center, cheer for the Hornets. but y'all really don't understand black.
Mm-hmm.
You got that UNC Tar Heel shirt on, but y'all really don't know the real deal. Forget Google. Ask a OG about North Carolina history so you can get the real feel for a Tar Heel. That ain't nothing but a nickname that somebody gave. Oh, they cheer in the Dean Dome, but the Tar Heel, a.k.a. that's a slave. Y'all still be watching TV, trying to get them sports to get out your reality, but you would never be like a grown man me. T-O-N to the capital E. Third eye vision. That's all I see. Middle finger up to B-E-T. Don't want to join a fraternity. Nigga, I am me. You can hear me on radio and see me on TV. Don't even tell me that this ain't my time. I just showed you 25 years on Showtime. Y'all killing me because y'all act in effigy. These promoters in Charlotte want the Benz quality, but I don't even understand why they don't want to pay me. I'm Rolls Royce. Understand, I'm top choice.
Bars.
I rock 3 to 7 because I got that voice. Your girl, niggas getting mad because she getting moist, because she understand it's something deeper than just the voice. God told me I was his top choice. I hear my mama in heaven right now. Choir stand with the rejoice. She said, keep talking. Go ahead and tell your truth. This ain't sex talk. Give a fuck about Dr. Ruth. This is all real. And y'all know the real deal. That's why 3 to 7 on V, I call it the real feel. Y'all understand for real? Ooh. No tone for real, for real. Understand, I hit that jump shot like my man Bradley Beal. And I tell him every day, nephew, once again it's on. In the QC, goddammit, I'm the closest you got to LeBron. So I'm in the 17th year and I'm still doing stats. It must be something about this black man, because goddammit, they brought me back. Now that's 2 years that I've been here and the stats ain't adding up. And they come and they talk to me corporate style and they say the numbers fucking up. And I say, well, understand this. I don't know that what, but I know when I'm at the Shell 2 in the morning, I get that real feel strut. I don't give a damn about what you're listening to. Understand what a grown man's saying to you. Y'all cats be looking at we come with many, but understand we only got less than a few. I understand what Malcolm said. Say Snoop going for Gail's head. I'll be talking truth on the radio until that motherfucking contract is dead. And when the contract is gone, my wife won't say I'm wrong. We'll move. We'll regroup. Because once again, it's on. Jay-Z told you I can triple my worth anywhere on God's green earth. Right. My wife don't give a damn about no red bottoms or a goddamn Louis V purse. I'm here trying to rehearse my truth. You young. That's that mental youth. I'm old. They call me an OG. You blind. Because you can't see me. That's Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles trying to find the truth in the community. Blind leading the blind. Most of y'all turn your back on mankind. That's why the truth you will never find. When you look at the T-O-N-E, fuck them scriptures. You looking at the G-O-D, and if you don't see the capital G-O-D, when you see the mirror, then you did not see me. This is real. Doing it on a podcast, talking real shit, and I ain't showing my ass. You better hold on to this till the time pass. I'm a real nigga before it lasts.
Didn't know we had 2 MCs on the podcast.
I don't think there's anything else to say after that.
On that note,
wow. Yo, that's the real truth from Tone X. Woo. Okay, so you guys will see this episode in its entirety. Normally we put the guest stuff out Tuesday, but I might have to bump it up. I might have to put this out tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys can listen to it on a normal podcast avenues. Anchor, and then you can catch us on YouTube. Tone X is actually gonna stick around with us for.
Oh, I ain't going, man. You got me. I'm here.
Yeah, we here. We chilling. We drinking. We having a good time. So he's gonna hang out for the sports.
I'm gonna bring these cats up on my show.
Oh, okay. All right.
On Grown Man Radio.
That's looking good.
So when it drop, we can talk about why it dropped, and I can let the people know what you do.
Appreciate it, man.
We really appreciate
your work. Now, I already put it out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
We were speaking into existence. Thank you very much.
And I'm moving off the philosophy of I would rather ask for forgiveness than for permission.
There you go. So, well, thank you very much, Tone.
My man.
Thank you very much.
All day, baby. Thank you. All day, nephew.
Thank you very much to our listeners. We hope you guys enjoyed this very special episode. This is a good one. So Tone will certainly be back. He's actually going to stick around for the Sports Culture Podcast, and then we'll be sure to bring him back sometime in the future so y'all get some more truth in church on Sunday.
Before you go, real quick, two things.
Yes, sir.
Follow me at Tone X Comedy, Instagram and Twitter, trying to get them followers up.
Yes.
And make sure you go to Showtime and watch the special.
Man. Make sure you check out the special,
Friends.
Man.
Check that out. If you don't have Showtime, download the app. Get the 7 to 10 day free trial. Cancel it. Steal that cable. You're the real MVP.
You got to do.
Watch.
There you go.
Also, Laugh It Up Thursdays in the city.
Yes.
Every first Thursday of the month at Stats over off of WT Harris, right behind the ABC store. You know where it is.
Shout out to Stats, man.
Lou
doing
and
things.
Tasha doing their things over there, man. Doing big things. 3 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. V101.9 FM. It's called Grown Man Radio, the Tone X Show. Put your ear on the Grown Man.
Peace out.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care. We'll see you on the Sports and Culture Podcast. Peace, y'all.
Assalamu alaikum.
Good shit.